So this is harekrishnavalley.com.au. So we are a place which is teaching a positive alternative to modern society. You may see that modern society is, how would you describe it? This modern world, how would you describe?
Selfish.
What's that?
Selfish.
Selfish. Okay. Any other positive words? How would you describe it, this world?
Chaotic.
Chaotic. Selfish and chaotic. Okay, it's good so far.
Busy.
What is that?
Busy.
Busy. Busy, selfish and chaotic. Anything else? This modern world. Busy, selfish, chaotic and?
Suffering.
And?
There is suffering as well.
And too much suffering.
Yeah.
So the question is, people have asked this question for centuries actually, thousands of years. Why do we suffer? What is the answer? Why do we suffer? The reason we suffer is because as you enter this material world, because this is not our original home, you have to understand this first. We don't belong here. We are the soul. The soul means jivatma. Jivatma means spirit. So we are just the soul, the spirit inside the body. You understand? Everyone understand? Okay. So we are the soul inside. So the soul does not live here. The soul lives in Vaikuntha, the spiritual world with Krishna. You see the pictures of Krishna in the paintings in the back. So that's what the spiritual world looks like, Vaikuntha, Goloka. Krishna lives there. Krishna is the bluish person. He is God. And everyone, they Jivera Srupa Hoy, Krishna and Nitya Das. Everyone is the servant of God. So they live with him in that spiritual world. But God, Krishna, he gave us independence because he is known as Swarat. Swarat means independent. Free will. God has free will. He can do whatever he wants. He also gives us a little bit of free will. I can put my iPhone here, or I can put it here. That is my free will. So much free will. I can put it here or here. So we're given a little bit of free will. But I can't make it go through the roof. I can't make it disappear. I can't make it, I'm limited to what I can do. My independence is limited. But Krishna's independence is unlimited. But he gives us a little bit of independence. So what happened? We were living with him, but we said we want our own space. Do you ever feel like that? Sometimes you want your own space? Were you ever a teenager? You feel like I just want my own space? TK Acha, you understand what I'm saying? Right? Everyone just wants their own space. We all feel like that, right? So we were living with Krishna in Vaikuntha, in spiritual world, but we felt, I want my own space. So Krishna says, okay, go. I'll give you another world. And that is this material world. It's called Apara Prakriti. There is Para Prakriti, superior, and Apara means inferior. So we are in the inferior world. This is not first class. It's not first class. Mataji said it's a place of suffering. It's not first class place. And as we came into this material world, there was a sign. Do you remember the sign when you came here? Do you want me to tell you what the sign says? Tukalayam ashashvatam. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. Right? Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. Tukalayam ashashvatam. Tukalaya. Tukalaya means place of misery, place of suffering. So that's the sign as we entered, place of suffering. And ashashvatam means temporary. It is all temporary. Everything here is temporary. You don't live very long. So you live 80 years, 90, 100 years maybe. Maybe, probably not. That's not very long. If you look at cosmic time, it's like that. But we think it is all so important. I have iPhone 8. Now I need iPhone, what are they up to now?
16.
16. Huh? I need 16. And next year I will get 17. Who cares? It's the fine. It works or not? Yeah, it works. So. But the people, they think these things are so important. But it's all temporary. It all gets taken away like that. That's the nature of this world. So Krishna says when you come here, it is dukkarayam ashashvatam. It is temporary and you will experience misery. Hands up if you have not experienced misery in this life. One person, very good. 2 people, very good. Actually, it says in the Shastra, if you did not experience misery, it means you're either crazy or self-realized.
Or unmarried as well.
Unmarried.
Unmarried as well.
Possible. That's the third category. Awesome.
Because they're young, I thought of...
So you're either crazy or self-realized. So you can tell us which one you are. And one of the children said she's not experienced suffering. That's only because she's a child. That's all. Just give her another 20 years, then we'll ask the same question. And she will give us a book about what happened. Crazy or self-realized only. Bhago. So it means, imagine if you drove into Hare Krishna Valley today. Many of you here for the first time. On the front sign it says, you will experience misery and everything here is temporary. You'll think, oh, what sort of a place is this? But you choose to come here. This material world is like that. It is full of misery. You cannot escape it. What are the 4 types of misery? Birth, death, old age, disease. That's enough. That's enough to keep you occupied. Birth. Birth is not good fun. You don't remember, that's all, but it's not good fun. Death. Not really good fun. Old age. Not really pleasant. Disease. Oh. I was in India 10 days ago. I came back. Last day, I was there for 1 month. No problems, no health problems. Last day I left, I got chest infection. 10 days, still can't get rid of it. That's why I sound a little bit raspy like this. This is material world. Disease, you will get it. No one can escape. Ayurveda says there are 64 types of disease. You will get 1 of them or 10 of them or all 64 maybe, if you're lucky in this world. So the question is, why does Krishna make this world full of suffering, birth, death, old age, disease? Because he wants you to wake up. Jeev Jago, Jeev Jago. And Gaura Chandra Bole, Lord Chaitanya, Krishna in his more recent incarnation, he's saying, wake up, Jeev Jago, wake up. Right? Because you are sleeping, you are in Maya, you are in illusion. You think you are enjoying in this world, but there's not really enjoyment actually. So you have to wake up. That's why the suffering is there. The suffering should wake us up. One time there was a king, his name was Indra. You know Indra? Indra? Many of you know. You're from India, you know Indra. Where does Indra live? Swagaloka. Yeah, Indralok, yeah. There are planets above us. At night time you see the Milky Way. Have you seen it? You know what I'm saying? If you come here at night time you will see it. In the city it's more difficult because too many lights, but here you'll see it clearly. It goes that way, kind of goes up north. That Milky Way is full of so many planets, stars. According to the Vedas, all of them are civilized. Right? Sometimes modern science tells us Earth is the only civilized planet. There's no life on Mars, on the Sun, on the Moon, Saturn, Jupiter, Uranus. They say there's no life there. It's not true. It's just that everyone has a different body there, that's all. They don't have a body like this. If you live on the Sun, what sort of body do you have? Agni, fire. Right? How long will this body that I'm in, how long that will last on the Sun? It's gone like that. It just evaporates. Gone. So you need a fire body. Right? Civilization is there, don't worry. It is there. All the planets have it. So there was one planet above us called Indraloka, where Indra lives. Indra is the king of the Devatas. The Devatas means the demigods, the gods. Now, if you look around the earth, every ancient civilization, Egyptians, Mayans, Aztecs, Romans, Greeks, Vikings, Mongolians, and in India, the Aryans, right? They all have gods, all of them. Sun god, wind god, fire god. Every culture has them. What does this mean? It means they exist. Otherwise it means every ancient culture was crazy. So what's more likely? Everyone was crazy in the past, or these gods actually exist? No, they exist. You know what the second biggest movie of all time is in the world? Second biggest movie of all time? The Avengers. You know the Avengers? You know, Hulk and Thor and... Everyone goes to see this movie about people who fly in the air and have superpowers, but then everyone says, oh, in reality that's not true. Then why did you all go and watch it then? Because you know it's true. You know somewhere in the universe people have these powers. Maybe on Earth they don't have so much this power, but on other planets they're much more powerful. So Indra, he offended his guru. What is his guru's name? Indra's guru's name is? Brihaspati. Brihaspati. Guru. Which planet does he live on? Jupiter. Guru. The planet we call Guru is Jupiter. So he offended his guru. And what happens when you offend your guru? He got cursed. So his guru said, okay, if you're going to act like this towards me, I curse you, you will become a pig. A hog. What do we call this in India? Varaha. Varaha.
Yeah.
No? A pig. Varaha. So Indra, king of heaven, became a pig. So he got married. Mrs. Pig. Her name was Oink. In the morning she would say, So in the morning, she said like this, and then they had kids, 3 kids. What were the name of the kids? Huey, Dewey, and Louie. I don't know what the name of the kids were. Anyway, she had 3 kids, right? So he was happy. Every day he was eating stool. Have you been to India? You've seen the pigs? They eat the stool. They go into the gutter. They eat all the... You would never eat it. Even if you put silver foil on it. You would never eat it. But the pig, they like it. So Indra was enjoying his life. He had good stool to eat. His wife was fat and beautiful. Right? And his 3 kids, they adored him. So he had everything that everyone wants. But then they needed Indra back in Swaga. There was a problem. So they wanted him to come back. So Brihaspati came down. Actually, no. Brahmaji. Lord Brahma came. So Brahma came himself. He said, you have to come back now. He said, I'm not going back. He said, I'm enjoying myself here, like the king of heaven. I have good stool, fat wife, and some kids. Huey, Dewey, Louie. I'm happy. Why I want to go back? So Brahmaji said, I will give you darshan of what will happen tomorrow. You will see tomorrow. So tomorrow, time. He saw through time. He saw what was coming tomorrow. So the next day, he saw the butcher who was keeping him, came with a big knife, and so when he saw that, he woke up. He said, take me now, I'll go back. So this is the material world. You think you're enjoying just because you have good stool to eat. And a fat wife, right, with a moustache, right, and 3 kids, and then you think you are so happy in this world, but you don't understand what is coming. This is called Maya, or illusion. Because in the material world you will get birth, death, old age, disease, all these things will come. So don't get carried away. You can be happy in this world, like I'm happy in this world, relatively. But I always know in the back of my mind, anything can happen at any time. I've seen it already in my life. Trust no future, no matter how bright. You know, this saying is there in English. What do they say in India? Something like that. Yeah. Don't trust the future, no matter how bright, because you don't know what will happen. So this is called Divya Gyan. So originally we were in the spiritual world with Krishna, Vaikuntha, but now you've come here to this place where you are suffering in this material world. So at Hare Krishna Valley we teach you how to go back to the other place. Right? How do you go back? You need the phone number of God. You need his phone number. You need to ring him, speak to him. Say, Krishna, please take me back. So what is his phone number? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. That's his phone. When you speak those names of Krishna, Krishna, just like if you're outside now and someone calls your name, you go. So when you say Hare Krishna, Krishna says, oh, who's calling me now? He will come and he will bring you. Just like Gajendra. Gajendra the elephant. Krishna, Gajendra Moksha, he took it. Or Draupadi, you know Draupadi. Yeah. Dushishan was trying to pull off her sari. He was Asura. So you saw what happened to him later. Bhima finished him. But he was trying to disrobe Draupadi. And Krishna, when she let go of her sari, she put her hands and said, Hey Govinda, hey Krishna. Then Krishna was there immediately. Krishna will look after you. But you have to remember him. Yam yam vapi smaram bhavam. Krishna says, chapter 8 of Bhagavad Gita. If you remember me at the time of death, I will come for you. I will deliver you. Moksha yashami masuchaha. Do not worry. I will liberate you, Krishna says. So at Hare Krishna Valley we're teaching this. How to get out of all these problems in this material world. Because actually, on Thursday this week, what is Thursday this week? Gita Jayanti, the day that Bhagavad Gita was spoken. This book should be read by everyone on the planet. If you read this book, it is called Song of God, Bhagavad Gita. If you read this book and live your life according to this book, you will solve your problems. So if you don't have a copy, we have a copy in the shop, in Hindi and English. You can take a copy, you can read one shlok every day. And this will solve your problems in this material world. We live our life. For 35 years I've been following Bhagavad Gita. I live my life. So many problems evaporated. Because you understand your constitutional position. What is your constitutional position? You are a servant of Krishna. Krishnara Nichadas. What is Krishna's last teaching in Gita? Savadaman Parijaja. Mamekam Sharanam Braja. Abandon everything and just surrender to me. Give everything to Krishna. Hands up if you give everything to Krishna. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Some of you put your hands up very slowly, which means you don't give everything to Krishna. Because if you do, you just put your hand up immediately. You have to give everything to Krishna. Because if you want to go and live with him again, if you want to go back to Vaikuntha, Vrindavan, then you have to give everything to him. So on Thursday, all around the world, many of our bhaktas, many of our devotees, they will chant the whole Bhagavad Gita, 700 shlok, whole Gita, 3 or 4 hours it will take. Dhamek Kshetre, Kurik Kshetre, Samaveta Yuyutsava. This is the first verse, Bhagavad Gita. Whole Bhagavad Gita they will speak. Some of them they do jagya, and they offer every verse, they offer oblation. Swaha, every verse. This will purify your consciousness. So if you live your life to Bhagavad Gita, you'll be happy in this world. Is it true or not true? Then do it. Live your life by Bhagavad Gita. Okay, so does anyone have any questions or comments on anything we have discussed here today? About the meaning of life, the universe, everything. We can answer any question that you have. So any questions?
Is there any program at ISKCON Melbourne on Thursday?
Gita Jayanti? There might be. There might be. I'm not sure. They might be doing it. They might be doing a whole bunch of people. Any questions? Comments while we discuss? Any other questions? Okay.
Wouldn't you say it's a little bit difficult to live exactly by the Bhagavad Gita in this day and age? To actually survive, you know?
Survive means?
Have a job.
Bhagavad Gita doesn't say give up your job. Where does it say that? Have you read it?
No, I haven't. I'm just
Then
asking.
read it first at least.
I know, I'm just asking, would you say it's a bit hard?
I don't think it's hard. I've been doing it for 35 years, so it's not hard. It's just a matter of choice. Everyone is a product of their association, right? Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Sangat Sanjayate Kama. What does Kam mean? Kam? Desire. Sangat Sanjayate Kam. Where does your desire come from? Everyone has desires, right? You all have desires. You have material desires? Hands up if you have material desires. All of you put your hand up, because you all do. Everyone has material desires. So, if you have material desires, where do they come from? Sangha. Sangha means your association. Whoever you associate with, that's what you become like. Prabhupada explained to us, if you associate with devotees of Krishna, you'll become a devotee of Krishna and you'll have spiritual desires. And then it's not hard to follow the teachings of the Bhagavad Gita. But if you associate with materialists, you'll also become materialistic and you have material desires. Just like on your phone, you can associate with any materialist you want right now. Just go on Instagram, Facebook, so many materialists are there. And what will happen when you associate with them, you will increase your material desires. That's the danger of this material world. So it's up to you who you associate with. So it's not difficult. But if you want to become strong in spiritual life, you have to associate with the right people. So then you said, what if you have to give up your job? Krishna doesn't say give up your job. Where does Krishna say in Bhagavad Gita give up your job?
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
It doesn't fit with the right karma.
It's what?
What if you have a job and I feel like so many jobs aren't coming out very good? Like what if you get
Yeah, so don't get a job like that. So that's why we read the Bhagavad Gita, so we make the right choice, so we get the right job. We don't want to joke, because if you have knowledge, right? What is chapter 3 of Bhagavad Gita called? Karma Yoga. What does karma mean? Activity. Action. Activity. What is chapter 4 of Bhagavad Gita called? Jnana Yoga. What does Gyan mean? Knowledge. So the problem with the world these days is people, they do action, karma, activity, but they don't have knowledge. So as you say, then they get bad jobs. Like if you're a butcher, you work at a butcher shop, that's a bad job. Why? Because when you kill the animal, even if you don't kill it, but you're selling it and you're getting karma, bad karma, ugra karma. So that's bad karma. So then if you have knowledge, you're never going to get a job like that. If someone offered me $1 million today, hey, I'll give you $1 million salary every year to be a butcher, I would say no. Right, because I have knowledge. So our knowledge governs our activity or our karma. So then you don't get bad jobs. Right? That's the choice. If you want a bad job, you get a bad job. If you have knowledge, you don't get a bad job. You're going to get a job that's good. Like, what's my job? My job is I'm a minister of religion, a priest, a brahmana, right? So if I'm acting like that, that's because I have knowledge. It's a good job for me, because there's not bad karma involved. Or your dad looks after cows, right? That's a good job, because when you look after cows, you get good karma. Right? So you have to make the right choice. So you can take up the family business, you can look after the cows. Not a bad job though.
Yeah, like one can have organic farming and a dairy from that.
Yeah,
That could be really a good one.
yeah. Yeah, we can find investors for you, and you can have an organic farm. That's a good job. For organic vegetables. There's so many things you can do, but the point is you have to choose wisely. And if you don't know how to make the choices yourself, you come to the gurus and you ask us, and we will give you the advice. Does it answer your question?
I think so.
Do you have anything else you want to ask or add?
No.
Okay. Very good question. Very intelligent girl. Your education is serving you wisely. Any other questions? Yes, madam.
Without desire, there is no development, and without development, there is no livelihood. You know, it doesn't provide livelihood to more people. Why is it bad to have a desire? I mean, I can understand having a bad desire, like eating animals, killing animals, anything to do with robbing others, it is bad. But why is it bad to have a good desire?
I never said it was. I never said that.
But is it
What I said is desire develops through association. That's from Bhagavad Gita. So whoever you associate with, you will develop those kind of desires. So if you associate with materialistic people, you will develop material desires, which are not good, because they get you into trouble. Have you ever got yourself, hands up, you ever got yourself into trouble in your life? One person like that, so, yeah. Okay, so it happens, right? Why? Because you had the wrong desires. So you made bad choices and you got... So there's nothing wrong with desire. Desire is part of the soul. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, you cannot become desireless. It's not possible. The soul must desire, but you must desire spiritual things. Like, what do I desire in my life? I desire to make Krishna happy. That's a good desire. That gives me good results. So there's nothing wrong with desire, but you have to choose the right desire. Does it make sense? Does that answer your question?
Yeah, like, is it bad to think, okay, I have to establish some company, like, you know, make this big businesses? Is that part of good desire or bad desire?
It depends what the company is.
Yeah.
Right? Radhanath Swami, one of our gurus, he says, you must earn, because everyone needs to earn a livelihood to live, right? I get paid for doing this, for managing this place. So we must earn with integrity. So if your job is not good integrity, if it's harming the earth, or harming other people, or killing animals, or alcohol, tobacco, all these things, it's not good industry. Prabhupada, the founder of the Hare Krishna movement, one time he was in Surat. Where is Surat? Gujarat. Gujarat. Anyone from Gujarat?
Yes, I am.
You sure?
100%.
100%.
Yes.
He's from Gujarat.
Yeah.
I'm from Surat.
Yes.
Surat? Okay, so this story is for you.
That's it.
Okay, so from Surat. So Prabhupada was walking in the morning in Surat, and he looked into the field, and they're growing tobacco.
Bless you.
Bless you. So they're growing tobacco. So Prabhupada said, what is that? He knew what it was, but he was asking his disciple. He said, what is that? They said, tobacco, Prabhupada. He said, why are they growing that? He said, because Prabhupada, they grow it, they ship it to another place, they make cigarettes, they sell it, and then they send the money back to the farmer. Prabhupada said, why does he do this business? Why does he make the money from the tobacco? Prabhupada, so he can buy food. Prabhupada said, why doesn't he just grow food? This is how crazy the world is. You grow tobacco, so you send it to another place in India, so they make cigarettes, so they send you money so you can buy food for your family. Are you crazy? Yes, because you can just you can grow food on the same land feed your family, no karma. Instead of giving people lung cancer. Doesn't make sense. This is the world we live in. So you must earn with integrity. And you must spend with compassion. The money doesn't belong to you. Understand this point. The money does not belong to you. Right? And many people here from India, whenever I ask people, where does the money belong? Oh, it belongs to Krishna. Everything Krishna, everything Krishna. But you don't give anything to Krishna. Oh, everything is Krishna, Krishna. No, then give it to Krishna. Because he's going to take it anyway. You watch, he will take it anyway. Time of death, everything's gone. You can't put in your coffin $10 so you can buy some 7-Up in your next life. It doesn't work like that. It's gone. Right. So you have to spend with compassion. So if you get money, right, many of you make money, then you support us. We're looking after the cows, Krishna's cows, Goshala. Right? You can give cow sponsorship. We have so many projects. We feed people all over the world. Do you know which organization on the earth right now feeds more people every day than any other organization? It's the Hare Krishna movement. We're number one. In India, as I was mentioning before to one of our friends, we feed, I only found this out a few years ago. I thought it was the Red Cross or Salvation Army or something. No, it's us. In India, we feed 1.2 million people every day. Every day. That's just India. That's not the whole world. So we must be feeding like... Hey, everyone, big round of applause. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So that means we must be feeding like 2 million people every day on the earth. Right? So there are so many things that you can give to in the Hare Krishna movement. If you want, we can use your money in so many positive ways. So earn with integrity and spend with compassion. And then you'll be happy. So you can start a business, start a big business. If you're going to do business, do a big one. But make sure you give the money to the right place. That's all. Because how much money do you really need? Do you know Warren? Do you know Warren Buffett?
Yes.
You know him?
Yes.
You met him?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Maybe one day.
Maybe one day. Okay. So Warren Buffett, we know, one of the richest men in the world. Every year, because he owns, his company is worth billions, he pays himself every year $100,000. You know why? Because he said, I don't need more. He said, what am I going to do with 200,000? He goes, I own my house. He lives in the same house he's lived for 50 years. He said, I own my house. I can buy any car I want, but he just drives the same car he had 10 years ago. Right? And he said, I'm happy. I only need $100,000 a year. That's enough.
But he's married third time.
What?
He married third time just recently.
That's not my problem.
Because he's happy.
That's not my problem. That's a different issue.
Yes, I know.
I'm just using one part of his life as an example. I'm not using all the other parts. Make sense? You want to add anything? Okay. You satisfied? Oh, okay. Please come again. Okay. Any other questions in this material world? Everyone has attained enlightenment. There must be some question. What do you want to know? Yes.
Yes, how does the three guns, like in Bhagavad Gita mentioned, Rajogun, Tamogun and Satagun, how does we are all dependent on that gunas?
Yeah, three gunas. Three gunas. Rajas, Tamas, Sattva.
Yeah.
They cannot be seen. Just like right now we're in time. Kala. Kala Shakti. Kala means time. Can you see time? Can you touch it? Can you grab it? Can you stop it? No. But
It's not our hand. It's not in our hand.
No. It's a little bit higher.
Yeah.
It's a few levels up. But is time there or not there? Is it true or not true? Not true. Time.
Yes.
Hare Baba. Is it true or not true? It's true, yeah. So no one can argue there is no such thing as time, right? What time is it now? 1:30. Okay, now it'll be 1:31 in a minute, right? Take it backwards, you can't, right? So you cannot deny time does not exist. So they're also mixed with time. We have the three gunas, which means goodness, passion, ignorance. They are mixed in time. So as we travel through time, you will come in contact with these three forces or energies, sattva, rajas, tamas. Now in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says the best of the gunas is sattva, is better than the other two. It's not perfect, but it is better than the other two. So he says, for spiritual life, because spiritual life should be a part of everyone's life. Hands up if spiritual life is a part of your life. Hands up. About 50%. Okay. I don't know what the rest of you are doing. It should be a part of everyone's life. It's like when you go to India. I was in India 10 days ago. You wake up in the morning, what do you hear? Right? Bells ringing, right? Conch blowing, right? Kirtan, cows mooing. Very good. So you hear these things in the morning. Why? Because spirituality is a part of life. What do you hear in Australia when you wake up? Do you hear bells ringing? Do you hear conch blowing?
Channel 7 coffee machine. Channel 7.
Yeah, you hear Channel 7.
Coffee machine.
Yeah, coffee machine. Very important for everyone.
Very important.
Very important. This is called Maya.
Maya.
Maya means illusion. People think they need coffee. This is illusion. You should be reading Bhagavad Gita instead of drinking your coffee in the morning. So in the morning, spirituality is part of the culture, part of the life. Right? It should be a part of the life. It should be part of the morning program, the culture. So sattva means we align ourselves with goodness, so we live a more peaceful life, so that we can bring spirituality into our life. Because when you're too much in passion, rajas, or tamas, darkness, ignorance, it's very hard to practice spirituality. And we know, because people wake up in the morning, especially in the West, even in India, people are too much in rajas. Just get up, start getting ready for work. Work is religion. I have to go to work, because I have to work. Because when I work, I will get everything that I want from work. Right? And now work is now disproportionate. I know people who leave like 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning, 8 in the morning, don't come back to 6 at night, sometimes 7. That's not normal. That is not balanced, and it is not helpful to your spiritual life. Because you won't have energy for spiritual life. Just working. What for? You work all week so that on the weekend you can go and buy things that you don't need to impress people that you don't like. That's modern civilization. So successful, isn't it? Right? So what is more important and more intelligent is that we practice spiritual life, but in sattva, in goodness, peacefulness. So it means you have to reduce your passion, which is difficult in this world because it's such a passionate world. And you have to stay away from darkness or ignorance. Because darkness leads to madness. It leads to, now we have big mental health crisis on the earth. That is from tamas. Because people are in too much tamagun, too much darkness. And then it affects your consciousness. Then people have mental health problems. So we have to align ourselves with sattva as much as we can and practice spiritual life in sattva. That will lead to vishuddha sattva, or pure goodness. In the spiritual world in Vaikuntha, there was only pure good. There was no goodness, only pure goodness. Everyone is peaceful and serving Krishna, which is what we're meant to do. So you have to be careful of the gunas. So, because Krishna in chapter 17 of Bhagavad Gita, chapter 14 is called the three gunas, the three modes. Chapter 17 is called divisions of faith, but also Krishna speaks about the gunas. So he says there are food, right? in the three modes of nature. So which food is in tamas? In darkness? Meat. Right? Because you eat meat, it's so much violence. No, you know, if we kill one of you today for the feast, we're going to eat one of you today for the Sunday feast. It was ticket number 27. Put your hand up? Yeah, you. I thought it would be you. So the point is, no one's going to enjoy that. You're not going to enjoy it. Most of us are not going to enjoy it because the people from Gujarat are vegetarian. Right? In Gujarat, even to this day, 70% are vegetarian. More than anywhere else in India. Right? Congratulations, Gujarat. So, you know, no one's going to enjoy eating you, and you're not going to enjoy dying. So how does the animal feel? The animal doesn't enjoy it. You know? And they try to tell us, that the... It's a long day. So they try to tell us that the animal does not have a soul, or the animal does not have feelings. That means you know nothing. Because if you associate with the animals, you know they have soul, they have feeling. So you cannot kill them. Even the plants, it might be Mataji, because it will come out on the recording, the noise, so maybe it might be easier outside. Yeah. If you can go quiet, then it's okay. Even the carrots, the vegetables, they also feel pain. Right? When they've recorded these things, they make sound, they feel pain. So, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, if you offer the vegetables to him, he will take away the karma. Because there is some karma when you kill the plant. But when you kill the animal, that is ugra karma, that's very bad karma. Because they suffer too much. So therefore, we have to be not eating the food in darkness, in tamagun. Then there is food in rajagun, passion. Which foods are these? Coffee, right? Rajagun, right? Chili, garlic and onion. Garlic and onion, yeah. Chili, yeah. Like Indian food now, right? Everyone, chili.
Yep.
But interesting thing, I was just in India a few weeks back. We went to Jagannath Puri. Puri. Hey, big round of applause. So we're in Jagannath Puri.
You are so lucky. You are so lucky to visit Jagannath.
No, I'm not lucky, I'm intelligent. It's not luck. It's not like, oh, I just appeared in Puri. I could have gone anywhere in India. No, I went to Puri on purpose. That's called buddhi. That's intelligence. It's not luck. It's not. I went there by choice, yeah. I could have gone anywhere. So I went to Jagannath Puri and we took Jagannath Prasad. Now, interesting, the Prasad, the recipe is the same recipe for 3,000 years. And you know what we notice when we eat it? No chili, no onion, no garlic. Now, you go to any Indian restaurant now in Geelong or Melbourne, what's the main thing they're going to put in the food? Chili, onion, garlic. Rajas. Krishna does not eat it. Krishna, Ramachandra, they do not eat chili, onion or garlic. That's why we're cooking, we're offering now to Krishna. You cannot offer these things because they are rajas. They will increase your passion. And he doesn't drink coffee either. And he also doesn't drink tea, which is difficult for all the Indian people. Chai. You have to give it up. Krishna doesn't drink it. Right? So, this is Rajagun food. Rajagun. It will increase your passion. Right? So we want to eat food in sattva. So what is the food in sattva? Krishna says milk, vegetable, grains, fruits. Yes, this is sattva. So everything we cook today, only sattva ingredients. And now we offer it to Krishna. He takes away all the karma. He tastes it, so when you take the food, you'll become purified because it is prasad. Just like we had nice people stay with us this weekend. They said,
yummy food.
she told me, she told me, yummy food. I said, it's not food. It's prasad. You have to say yummy prasad. Not food.
No,
Prasad.
no, prasad.
Hare Baba. Is prasad.
Prasad, yeah.
Because offer to Krishna. You can't eat until you offer to Krishna. Then when he eats, then you can eat. Otherwise you cannot eat. Otherwise Krishna says in Gita, you're eating pap. Pap means you don't offer the food to God, even if it's vegetarian, you eat it, you are taking some sin, some karma. You have to offer the food. So fruit we're offering now, then you can have prasad. Not before. That is not yours. The food belongs to Krishna. Krishna gave you the food, you can offer it back to him. It only takes 10 minutes to offer. What's your problem? Right? And don't put any onion or garlic or coffee or...
I know you eat garlic.
I know you do, but I know these ones do. You're okay.
I know you eat.
Hare, I know you don't. But I know this one does, right?
You're pointing to me, so don't worry.
I'm pointing to Gujarati coffee. Gujarati coffee baba. So, this Krishna says you have to eat in sattva gun. So if you eat in sattva gun, your body becomes strong. Just like my friend Manigriva, he cooked everything today, right? He was leading kirtan before. You see him, he's big like a bull, right? Strong man. So, I've seen him, so strong. And he only eats sattva food. Yeah, doesn't eat meat, no alcohol.
I'm trying to.
Hare Baba, not trying to do it. You're not lucky that you get in Puri, you have to get to Puri. If you say you're trying to do it, that means you're not trying to do it. Do it.
I did it actually.
You're doing it actually or not?
I'm doing it. I did.
Then what's the problem?
No problem.
Huh?
No problem.
You know Yoda? You know Master Yoda? You know Star Wars? The movie Star Wars? The guru is called Yoda. He says, do or do not. There's no such thing. Someone says, oh, I'm trying. No. Do. I'll get to you. Okay? So you have to follow Master Yoda. Because Star Wars is based on Bhagavad Gita, Ramayana. That's where it came from. All the teaching is the same. Krishna says, do. Not try, you do. Okay? Answer your question?
Yes. Thank
Okay.
you.
Please come again. Yes, Dasa.
Wouldn't sugar be a part of passion food?
Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, too much sugar. Sugar's a good food, raw sugar, not refined sugar. Just like, have you heard of cocaine?
Yes.
You've heard of it? It's a drug, right? It comes from a leaf. So if you go to South America, to Peru, and you eat the leaf, it's very good for you. But when you make it into the powder, it's not good for you. It'll make you go like this. Right? So sugar is the same. When you take raw sugar, natural, it gives you energy. But when you take refined sugar, like they put in all the sweets and the chocolates and everything, and you take that, it makes you go. So you see the kids when they have too much sugar, they go crazy. Right? Are you listening? Yeah, white sugar not good. Raw sugar, very good. But not too much. So Krishna says, not too much. Krishna even says chili is okay, but not too much. Not too much. In India, I don't know why they just put too much. And then what's the first thing you notice when you get to India? Noise. Seriously. I just spent a month there. The one thing that got to me more than anything was the noise pollution. And why is it? It's because too much chili in the diet. Everyone's like, you're in a traffic jam, you can't go anywhere, and everyone's going, It doesn't even make sense. This is Rajagun. And where does it come from? From the food. Because you're eating too much Rajagun food, then you become passionate. And you sit in a traffic jam, you go, This means you're a crazy person. Yeah, like if you're in Melbourne, and you're on the Westgate Freeway and you're in traffic jam, does everyone go, No. It doesn't make sense. Because you turn around and say, I can't go anywhere. That doesn't even make sense. Huh? So too much Rajagun, it makes you too passionate. TK? Okay. Someone you had?
If my dad, right, we come like 2 hours away from here,
Where do you live?
just in the Wilsey district.
Whittlesea. Wow. Thank you for coming all this way.
We have like this mandir. It's like a Swami mandir,
Yeah.
and some occasional occasions we cook a lot of food.
Yeah.
You can't eat like any meat, no onion or garlic
Very good.
as well.
Very good.
And there's like a bunch of like drinks, food, and they're all offered towards God.
That's good.
They're all offered. For 45 minutes you can't eat anything.
That's good.
Without offering.
That's good. Okay. Swaminarayan people, they come here sometimes as well.
Yes.
They come and visit and they hire this place, they feed the cows. So they're nice people.
Hmm.
They're good. So you're learning from them. That's good. That's good. Any other questions? Yes, ma'am.
How we can bring this in kids' teaching practices? Because what I notice, like nowadays, when the kids go in school, I wish like I can bring this in the school curriculum too.
Gurukul.
So they can learn bit of pieces from the start. I work in a early learning center, like I'm a child care educator. I want to start from there so that they learn some bit of pieces. Why they coming up to this age to learn this? Why not they learning from when they are very 6 months born or 1 year born child?
Where are you born? Where do you live?
I live
Which part of Melbourne?
Melbourne, Wallet.
Where is that?
It is in Epping.
Same Whittlesea district.
Whittlesea.
Epping.
Epping.
That's
Close to Epping.
Okay. So we have Bhakti Vriksha programs, ISKCON, Hare Krishna movement. Bhakti Vriksha means every Friday night in different people's homes all over Melbourne.
We are joining.
We join.
Okay, so you go there.
Yeah.
So they have kids program.
Yep.
Yeah.
So if you associate with them, they will help. And then they come together and they help to educate the kids in the western place of Melbourne, now the north, all the places. And then the kids get this opportunity to learn these things from young age.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you stick with them, they will help you.
But I really want to bring in all the kids. For me, it's not like he's Australian kids, he's the Indian kids, he's this.
Then you
I
have to
everyone.
buy the early living centre, right? You can't work it, you have to buy it.
Yeah.
No, seriously,
Yeah,
seriously.
exactly.
So when you buy it, then you can do whatever you want. And then you can advertise to people, hey, we don't just look after the kids, we also give them some spiritual teaching.
Spiritual.
I tell you, people will come.
Yeah.
People will come.
Yeah.
Right? We have one early learning centre in South Melbourne, and we don't own it, but there are 6 Hare Krishna ladies working there. So they can't be too overt because they don't own the place, but they do little things, and the people very much, and it's vegetarian, no onion garlic. Actually, everything cooked for the kids is prasad. They offer it to Krishna, and they try to put something into the kids' programs. It's some Krishna consciousness.
I normally do like, when I do take the good times, I just say Hare Krishna and they all chant so good.
The kids love
They
it.
don't know the meaning, but they like it.
The kids like it.
Yeah, they
Like before we're dancing and chanting, the kids love it. Like that. So yeah, you just incorporate it as much as you can. You know, I mean, you have to keep your job.
Yeah.
So, you know, speak to your boss, say, you know, I'm doing a little bit this, a little bit that, but don't too much.
Too much. Yeah.
But then, you know, get some friends, get some investors, buy your own centre, and when you go to the Bhakti Vriksha program in Melbourne, speak to the others. Right, we're already thinking all these ideas. Everyone work together, we buy our own centre, and we do whatever we want. Right? As you walk in, big picture of Krishna on the wall, you can do whatever you want. I think, like, we own this, right? So we do whatever we want. Right? Krishna is everywhere. Right? No one can tell us anything because we own it. Right? So you have to do like that. Like that. But yeah, it's a good idea. Any other question? In this material world? We've got time for one more question. Yes, sir.
According to the Gita or any holy books, they say the
maybe 10 to 15% you should give the charity. On your
It doesn't say that. What are you saying?
I-
That is not in the Gita. Where does it say? Where there's one shlok
I-
which says 10 to 15%.
I will explain you. When I born as a Hindu, I grew up in India.
Hare Baba, but you said in
Can I
Gita.
explain? You asked me the question, I should explain.
No, I'm saying to you, don't make false statements.
No, I'm not for statement. You just
It
have,
doesn't say 15.
you come to
Krishna
conclusion
says,
because before I can finish it. That's the thing.
no, what I'm saying, if you're going to quote something like 10 or 15%,
Yeah.
it has to be there. You said in Bhagavad Gita it says, it doesn't say that.
In the Bhagavad Gita or any other when
Don't worry about any. What does it say in the Bhagavad Gita?
as I grow up as a Hindu, and I learned from my heritage, my parents.
Heritage is one thing, but Bhagavad Gita is the oldest book on the planet, right?
Okay.
So for all Hindus,
Yes.
that is the main authority,
Yeah.
right? So don't worry about what you learned in your Hindu heritage.
Yeah.
What does Bhagavad Gita say? That's the point.
I didn't see anything that quoted by.
That's
the
what I'm saying. So
10%.
don't say Bhagavad Gita
But is
says.
that what is the percentage for the life when you have a family or when you?
That's your question. So what's your question?
Oh yeah. My question is if you have family, for example, and you earn 100,000 a year,
How much should you
how
give?
much you should be that you can manage this budget and everything?
Yeah. So that's your question.
Yes, by that question.
Okay. So you earn 100,000 a year. The question is, how much should I give to Krishna?
Yes, not Krishna, for the charity. And the charity can give you, any person can get the food. The important Krishna says, believe in karma.
But what's
Believe in the karma, not
all these
the-
things you're confused.
Ah, okay.
You're confused because you're saying give the food. We already said food is not good enough. Prasad is what
Prasad.
you should give.
Yeah.
So then, if you're going to give prasad, you have to give charity to the people who are giving prasad, which is us, right? So then we are the biggest charity on the planet. We feed more people every day than any other charity on the planet. Hare Krishna, Food for Life. So therefore, if you're giving, the question is how much should I give? You should give enough. How much you give, that is up to you.
Okay.
Right? Krishna doesn't say 10 or 15%. He said it's up to you.
No.
But how much should you give if you make 100,000 a year? We always say to people, give enough that it hurts. In other words, you make 100,000 a year, you give 1,000, you might not feel anything. Oh, that was easy. If you give 5,000, you might, oh, okay, now I'm starting to feel it. That's good. 10,000, you think, oh, okay, I just gave something. 20,000, wow, okay, now I'm really feeling this, right? So you should give enough that you start to feel that you're sacrificing. You know, if you make 100,000 and you only give 1,000, that's not much, really. So you should give enough that you actually feel it's a sacrifice. That's the point. And you should give to something which is spiritual. Because you feed people, it's good to feed people, but you feed people, the next day they're hungry again.
Yeah.
And you give them prasad, you help them to become purified and enlightened.
Yeah.
And you also give spiritual knowledge, and then you can lift them to a higher level. That's the point. Okay?
Okay.
TK.
That's good.
Okay. Any other questions? Is anyone hungry?
Yes.
You're hungry?
Yeah.
Okay, one lady is hungry. So we'll take prasadam now. So we'll go outside, we'll turn right, we can have prasadam, have lunch. So after lunch, we'll go into the Goshala. So you can come and visit the sacred cows. Would you like to visit the cows?
Yes.
So after prasad, we'll go to the Goshala, you can feed the cows. Thank you all for coming. Thank you. Hare Krishna.